Hey guys, welcome back to Brianstrainroom. Did you know that of the 6464 boxcars, some of the rarest and most unusual of all of the boxcars are Western Pacifics? So we're going to go over the top 5 rarest, most desirable 6464 Western Pacific boxcars. That's coming your way. I'm really excited to share this list with you guys. I did make this a little bit more of a challenge by calling this the top 5 rarest and most desirable 6464 Western Pacific boxcars. And the reason for that is those are two different things. Rarity is not always desirable, and desirable doesn't always mean rare. So it makes for an interesting list, and I'm looking forward to the debates. So please, after this episode, tell me your thoughts. I'd love to hear from you and the reasoning why. All right, guys, so let's dig into this list. Now remember, this is the top 5 rarest and most desirable Lionel 6464 Western Pacific boxcars. I will start off with, well, an honorable mention. And the reason for that is this car, if I didn't put it on the list, you guys would be messaging me, texting, whatever you saying, hey, you forgot this car, it should have been up there. But it actually points to how rare and how desirable the top 5 is. Believe it or not, honorable mention is a 6464-1 red lettered Western Pacific. This is a great car and certainly a collector favorite. This is the 6464-1 with red lettering. Now again, this is a beautiful car with striking red lettering and that silver. It's a great tone. What makes this rare is that that's not what you'd normally find. The most common, and even probably one of the most common of the 6464 boxcars, is the 6464-1 Western Pacific. 99.99, who knows what percentage of these came with the blue lettering. Notice how this one has red. This is what makes this car so special. Okay, number 5 on our rarest and most desirable Western Pacific boxcars is a car that's a little sneaky rare. It actually represents a production run due to some of its unique characteristics, and yet it just doesn't show up. It's a fantastic car, and it is the 6464-100 Blue Feather with the large WP. This rather unique variation of the Blue Feather 6464-100 car represents a production run of which very few examples have been found. All are found on a Type 2 body, missing the rivet row on the right and the small set of rivets between the words Western and Pacific. While it is a subtle difference, once you see it and compare it to the standard 6464-100 small WP variation, it stands out. Shown is the standard small WP-100, the large WP-100, and the lettering of the -250. Notice that it is different from that one as well. The large WP-100 is a unique stamping. This car is very rare, and few have been reported, but the subtle nature of the variation places it at number 5. Okay guys, our number 4 car on the list is a little bit of an enigma. It's a car that, to be honest with you, looks just like every single other one of the cars, but with a very unique difference. As a matter of fact, it's a car that really shouldn't exist, and it's hard to explain exactly how or why this car was made. Which car is this? Well, this is the 6464-1 blue lettered Western Pacific, but on a Type 2 body. So this right here is a fantastic example of a 6464-1 blue lettered Western Pacific on a Type 2 body. We're saying Type 2 body. What does that mean? Well, when you look at this car, there's no rivets here and there's no rivets here. Now, if you were to compare this to a more typical Type 1 bodied car, there's a set of rivets here and a set of rivets here. And you may say, well, that doesn't really matter to me, but to an advanced collector, this is an amazing car that is very desirable and certainly has significant value because of that. Let's spin this little guy around. This is just such a cool car to an advanced collector. So our number 3 boxcar is one that has been driving 6464 collectors nuts, trying to finish their collection, so say. Well, in 1966, Lionel reintroduced the Western Pacific boxcar, but as a 6464-250 on the car. Now, the majority of these were on a Type 4 body, and to be honest with you, they're relatively easy to find. But there were a very, very small amount of cars that were made in a way that these guys want. What is it? Well, it's a 6464-250 Blue Feather Western Pacific boxcar on a Type 3 body. This is another fantastic Western Pacific boxcar that requires a little extra attention here. This is an extremely rare 6464 Western Pacific 250, which was reissued in 1966. And so what's really fantastic about this piece is that this is one of 2 of the variations, right? This particular piece behind it, the 6464-250 Western Pacific, is the more common one, and one of the big definitions is the body type that it's on. This is a Type 4 body that's missing the rivets right through here on the 250. On this particular version, this is on what's considered a Type 3 body that has a row of rivets that run right through the F and the feather right through here. Okay, so specifically the 6464-250 with a row of rivets right through here would be a Type 3 body, making this car one of the rarest and most desirable 6464 Western Pacifics. Okay guys, we are down to our top 2 Western Pacific 6464 boxcars in terms of rarity and most desirable. Number 2 represents a car that has also a little bit of mystery as well. Is this an early production run, or is it just a test shot to say, hey, are these going to be right? Either way, it represents one of the very first of the blue feather 6464-100s that we all go after. There are only a few, literally a handful of these cars that have been reported. Which one is this? Well, it's the 6464-100 Blue Feather Western Pacific on a Type 1 body. So here's another and very different 6464-100 Western Pacific, or Blue Feather Western Pacific. This one is on what's called a Type 1 body. So what we're looking at here is the same 6464-100 Western Pacific, all this rubber stamped. But what we're seeing here is this is on a Type 1 body, which has the little row of rivets here, as well as a row of rivets here. Now, what's unique to this particular car is that it has the same setup as the 6464-100 regular production on a Type 2 body. Notice where the Western Pacific little logo is here. Now on this particular setup, because it's a Type 1 body, the rivets run right through the middle of the Western Pacific. On the 6464 1954, you can see that the Western Pacific is off to the side, and that's the setup of that particular car. So it's unique to this particular version. This is a very rare 6464-100 Blue Feather Western Pacific on a Type 1 body. So now we're down to number 1, and let me tell you, without question, you know what car this is going to be. When it comes to rarity, there are about 7 of these that have been reported, meaning there are cars further down the list that are actually rarer than this particular car. But when it comes to desirability, this car is royalty. It is without debate number 1. Let me tell you, getting a chance to see and handle one of these in person was one of the highlights of all the stuff that I have gotten to do over these past 2 years on the channel. So without question, our number 1 car is a 6464 Blue Feather Western Pacific 1954. Let's check it out. So without question, we just got to take a closer look at this fantastic car. There's a reason this is number 1 on the rarest and most desirable of the 6464 Boxcars with Western Pacific decoration. So first thing we want to take a look at too, again, this gorgeous car here is really well decorated with the blue feather and the Western Pacific white lettering. All that looks great. This is very similar to the later version, which is the 6464-100 lettering blue feather. Now, what also makes this unique is the lettering, of course, where you have Western Pacific 1954. That is unique to this car, as well as this. What also makes this rare is this is a Type 1 body where you can see the little rivet line here between Western and Pacific, as well as a row of the rivets right to the right of the logo. This is very similar to the Dash 1, which is also Western Pacific, where you can see the same rivet pattern. Really fantastic piece. This is just a beautiful boxcar. Well, there you have it. This is the official Brianstrainroom list of the top 5 rarest and most desirable Western Pacific 6464 boxcars. I put a lot of time into this list. I got a lot of information from some fellow collectors, and I know I could have probably maybe tweaked one here or one there. There were some very subtle differences between the others. Remember, you had rarity, but also you had to sort of adjust for desirability, or you had desirability and adjust for rarity. So it was really quite complicated and really a ton of fun and a fantastic episode to be working on. So I really appreciate it. But I do want to hear your thoughts. And if you do, or you have some questions, or hey, maybe this car should have gone here, let me know. And you can reach me at brianstrainroom@gmail.com. Or if you have a question about these types of cars, or you might have a car that you think might fit into that category, please again, reach out. I would love to hear from you. So again, this is a fantastic list. And let me tell you, you can send me all the notes you want. There's no way that the 6464 Western Pacific 1954 Blue Feather is coming off number 1. So let's take another lap around our list. This is the 6464-1 with red letters. Let me tell you, it's a gorgeous car, and finding one in like new to mint condition is actually one of the most challenging things you can do. Gorgeous piece. Absolutely love this. And again, looking for condition when it comes to a piece like this. Fantastic. Again, need to note that this large WP Western Pacific has unique stamping, and this very well may be a piece that has lurking in your collection and you don't even know it. It's certainly worth a look. Now, a Type 2 body Dash 1 Western Pacific is just something you never see. There's only 4 of these that are known. Were they replacement shells? Maybe. The 6464-250 on a Type 3 body is very unique because these shells would have been made years before the actual car, with less than 10 known. The Dash 100 Blue Feather with Type 1 body has less than 5 of these known, and they are fantastic pieces with the rivets going through the logo. And without question, King of the Hill is the 6464 Western Pacific Boxcar 1954 on the car. That is just gorgeous. Hey guys, thanks for watching the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you like this kind of thing, hey, like and subscribe. There's way more coming your way. If you like post-war Lionel trains and you like the rare and oddball stuff, well, you've come to the right place. Check out the catalog. There's everything from dealer displays, rare paper, mock-ups, prototypes, you name it, it's all in here. Please have a chance to check it out if you'd like to do so. You know, I don't do this type of stuff alone. I certainly have some friends and fellow collectors that have been gracious enough to open their collections to me and allow me to come in and film and really explore the fun and fascinating things that they've had a chance to acquire. And I like to share those things with you. So, as always, thanks for joining me on Brianstrainroom.
Look at her streak along the rails. It's a Lionel.